Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be quickly going over how to make sour cream rhubarb pie, which is nice and sweet, tart, and creamy. Great combination. My wife's been making this for 15 years. We're going to go step by step. Let's get started. You'll need 1.5 cups of sugar, 3 tablespoons of tapioca, 1 cup of sour cream, 1 large egg. We're also going to need 3 cups of rhubarb after it's cut up. We harvested it right out of our garden before making the pie, cut off those leaves, and we're set to go. We're certainly going to need a pie crust. You can get this store-bought fresh or frozen. If it's a frozen pie crust, you're going to want to thaw this out before starting. In our case, my wife made her own homemade pie crust, and we actually have another video for that, which we link to at the end of this video. Let's get started by chopping up the rhubarb into small pieces. The ones with the thicker stalks, it's very helpful to split the stalk and then be able to cut that down into the small pieces, just like this. My mouth is already watering. So as my wife was cutting this up into small pieces, I was asking her how much that we needed. She says we needed 3 cups, but she didn't need to measure it because she knows what that looks like. I insisted that we had to measure this out for the video, so when she was done cutting, I had her measure it out. Let's see how close she got. Each one of these scoops is half a cup. I missed the first one, and lo and behold, she was quite close at 3.5 cups, which works out just fine. I think she deserves a thumbs up for that one. Alrighty, let's get back to it. Here's a good time to preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. In the meantime, we can take that egg and crack it into a large bowl, and then go ahead and beat that. Alright, perfect. Looks good there. Here we can add in the 1.5 cups of sugar right into that same bowl, followed by the 3 tablespoons of tapioca into the bowl. And lastly, we got the 1 cup of sour cream, which we can add here. Now we want to mix that up very thoroughly. She starts off with a fork just to get that going. Then she switches up to the rubber spatula to make sure she gets that fully whipped and everything off of the sides and all the ingredients mixed together thoroughly. That should get nice and liquidy where you can actually pour that directly into the pie, right on over the rhubarb. Spread that out nice and evenly across the whole pie, using that rubber spatula, nice and even. That's looking beautiful. At this point, our taste buds only have to wait 90 more minutes. So we bake this in the oven at 350 degrees for 90 minutes, but every 30 minutes you want to rotate it. So here's the first rotation. You can see after 30 minutes it's starting to gel, but you still need to be quite careful when you rotate it here so you don't spill any of the contents. And then set it for another 30 minutes. So here's our pie after 60 minutes, the last rotation, and then another 30 minutes on the timer. And here is our final product. My wife used to actually bake this at a higher temperature for a shorter time, but she found that 350 degrees and the 90 minutes works out much better. Looking fantastic. Unfortunately for me, I can't touch this pie. This is for someone else. But thankfully, she made a second one. I'll have some whipped cream on that, thank you very much. Oh yeah. To see the video of her making that pie crust, you can click the video above right here. Thank you for watching. We will see you next time.